Hello everyone, Steve Porter, candidate for Herndon Town Council. With the absentee in-person satellite locations opening at Herndon Library on Wednesday this week, I've been getting a number of questions about the ballot and sort of how the race works. So I thought I'd take a few minutes to talk about that. One of the issues, of course, in a presidential election, when you tie local elections to a federal race, particularly a presidential race, is a lot of people will come to the polls to vote for, in Herndon, about 70% will come to vote for Biden. And they're sort of shocked to see that, hey, there's other issues on the ballot. In fact, there are 11 issues for Herndon voters to consider. You have a presidential race with Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump, and Dr. Jorgensen. You have a Senate race, a congressional race, a Herndon mayor race, a Herndon Town Council race, 2 Virginia constitutional amendments, and 4 Fairfax County bond issues. So I really do stress that it's important to take a little time before you cast your ballot to look at all 11 issues and, as best as you can, make informed choices about them. Now, in regards to the Herndon Town Council race, my race, that is a little bit different because voters generally are used to a ballot where you vote for a choice and one person wins. Well, in the Herndon Town Council race, you can vote for up to 6 people, and the top 6 people will actually win. Now, some common confusion, common questions that come up. People ask, do you have to vote for all 6 in order for you to have a valid ballot? No. You can vote for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, and your ballot's perfectly valid. If you vote for 7 or 8, we do have a problem. If you should overvote the ballot that way, if you're doing in-person voting, when you go to scan it into the machine, your ballot will get rejected immediately and you'll be told you need to fill out a new ballot. If you vote by mail or by the drop box, you got the mail-in ballot and either mailed it back or chose to take the completed ballot to the satellite location and drop it in the secure drop box, and you overvote the town council race, what happens is that race will not be counted on your ballot. Your votes for president, mayor, etc. will still be fine, but none of your votes for council will count. So again, you don't have to vote for 6, but don't vote for more than 6. Now, in terms of how many to vote for, here's where a little strategy comes into play. If you want certain candidates, hopefully me, I'm hoping to have earned your vote. But if you want me and maybe a couple other people really to win, to be on the ballot, it's important that you don't vote for all 6. Only vote for the candidate or candidates you really want to see win. This is something called bullet voting or spot voting or precision voting, or some of the names that you may see this tactic out there. And certainly I didn't come up with it. It's been being talked about for years. But the issue in this type of race is that if you vote for other people beyond the people you really want to win, you may push those candidates to a higher vote total than your preferred candidate. So for example, to take a really simple situation, let's say that you really want me to win. Thank you, I hope so. But great, but you see this other candidate, we'll just pick a random name, Fred, who's not really, there's no Fred on the ballot. But you think Fred's okay, maybe he deserves a shot. Don't really care if he gets on council, but I'll throw him a vote. Well, the problem is if you vote for me and Fred, when everything's finally tabulated, there's a chance that I get 10 votes and Fred gets 11 votes, just to use simple numbers. And so, me or the candidate or candidates you really wanted to see on council end up losing, and a candidate you felt so about ends up winning. So that's what bullet, spot, or precision voting is about. And generally speaking, most people I've talked to, political strategists, stuff like that, really suggest that in this type of race, vote for no more than 3. Vote for 1, 2, or 3 candidates that you most want to see on the council. And by doing that, you give them the best shot of actually winning. So just something to consider as you're filling out your ballot. I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I want to thank you for taking time to learn more about my campaign and hopefully giving me the opportunity to earn your vote. And most of all, I want to thank you for becoming an informed voter and actually taking time to vote in these very important elections. Again, you can vote in person at absentee location for Herndon Library starting on Wednesday, and that will be Monday through Friday and then Saturdays. You can request a mail-in ballot and either mail it in or bring the completed ballot to Herndon Library. There'll be a special secure drop-off location that you can drop them off on. If you're going to request a mail-in ballot, though, you need to do it like now. And if you're going to mail it back, I would do it now as well, just to, you know, it takes time for things to move through the mail. And of course, you also have the option of voting on November 3rd at your normal voting location. A lot of people really still want to do that, and you know, regardless of how you do it, please take time to vote. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me. www.porterforherndon.com, Facebook or Twitter on Porter for Herndon. And thank you again, and have a wonderful day.
Hello, I'm Stevan Porter, candidate for Herndon Town Council, and I approve this message. Paid for and authorized by Stevan Porter for Herndon Council.